Now on CoastTV News.
Guilty as charged, Hunter Biden has now been convicted in a court of law. We look at the historical significance, get local reaction, plus it is part of our poll question of the night. Parking problems in Ocean City. One neighborhood is debating passes or some sort of system, as some say things have gotten out of hand. Help for farmers, the crops covered in a cost share program this fall, and let the boats through, the incredible turnaround after the Key Bridge collapse.
And the temps are about to take off into the 90s before the work week is done. More on our summer conditions that are a bit ahead of schedule since officially we're still in the midst of spring.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Embraced, but not pardoned, President Biden showing his son Hunter support after he was found guilty in court today. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with the verdict in that Hunter Biden case. The jury deliberated for less than 3 hours before finding Hunter Biden guilty of all 3 felony counts. It is a historic, if not infamous, moment in history. The first time that the child of a sitting president has been convicted of a federal crime. A Delaware jury found Hunter Biden guilty on all 3 charges tied to the possession of a gun while using narcotics. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest from Washington.
Hunter Biden, President Biden's only surviving son, found guilty on all 3 charges tied to the possession of a gun while using narcotics. Special counsel David Weiss, appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland, brought the charges.
No one in this country is above the law. Everyone must be accountable for their actions, even this defendant.
During the trial, prosecutors argued Hunter knowingly lied on a federal form, checking a box claiming he was not an active drug user when he purchased a gun.
It was these choices and the combination of guns and drugs that made his conduct dangerous.
Hunter Biden has admitted he's struggled with addiction, but claimed he was not doing drugs at the time. He has previously called the charges politically motivated. One of the 12 jurors said that's not the case.
For us, it was not politically motivated. So, politics never played in anything that we said in the jury room.
After his conviction, Hunter Biden released this statement saying, "I am disappointed by the outcome. Recovery is possible by the grace of God." First Lady Jill Biden has been by her son's side for most of the trial. President Biden did not address the verdict during a previously scheduled gun safety event, but in a statement, the president said, "I will always be there for Hunter. Nothing will ever change that." In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
The judge has not set a sentencing date for Hunter Biden yet. President Biden has said that he will not pardon him. The president will be spending tonight in Wilmington with his son and his family. And here along the coast, we wanted to get your reaction to the verdict today. Here are 2 people giving their take on the news.
I don't think it's going to affect long-term news. Hopefully it won't affect the outcome of the election in November. It really shouldn't. They were different people.
I like the fact that he was found guilty, held to the same standard as everybody else. My biggest curiosity now is what's going to happen at the sentencing. Yes, I'd like to see some fairness there too.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. In fact, we want to know, what should Hunter Biden's punishment be? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening. So far, we've got a pretty tight race here. Prison and a fine, that is getting 50%. Probation getting 38%, but everything else much lower. If you haven't voted yet, there's still a little bit of time to do that tonight. Go to coasttv.com or use your Coast TV mobile app, and that's where you can find updated results. Let's take a live look outside now into the Lewis area. Kind of a nice night out there as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, what sort of weather do we have to look forward to?
As far as the rest of the night is concerned, how about cool, calm, and collected? Hey, that's one way to put it, because it's going to be cool because the temperature's dropping, calm because the winds are indeed calm, and we're going to collect all of the cloud cover and throw it out to the side because we are staying clear for the rest of the night. Temperatures in the 60s now will drop to the 50s by late tonight, going into the early morning hours under a mostly clear skyline for us in Seaford. And that's the pattern we're expecting just about everywhere. We're currently at the 60s along the coast as well as the inland areas. So we're looking pretty homogeneous right now, homogeneous or the same throughout the entire area. And for the entire mid-Atlantic, we're just quiet and awaiting the big sizzle. Well, let's call it a simmer for tomorrow, then a sizzle by Friday. I'll explain why I'm going from simmer to sizzle in the long-range forecast in a moment. Till then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. We have an update tonight on a homicide. It happened last week in Laurel. Delaware State Police have identified Jaheim Davis, a 23-year-old from Seaford, as the victim. For a bit of context, Laurel police responded to a report of shots fired at the Little Creek Apartments around 1:30 a.m. on June 3rd. When officers got there, they found a big crowd that needed to be dispersed. There were 2 victims, one with non-life-threatening injuries. The other was Davis. He was taken to a nearby hospital but did not make it. This is an ongoing investigation, and initial reports from the police indicated that this was not a random act. Parking has always been an issue during the busy season in Ocean City, but one development wants to put a stop to that for good. It was brought to the Ocean City Council's attention by homeowners that the parking within the Cane Woods area, it just keeps getting worse, and they think that the reason is due to the sheer number of apartments. Some locals suggested to the Ocean City Council that they provide 2 parking passes per homeowner or use a license plate enforcement system of some kind to make sure that certain cars are actually allowed to park in the area. But not everybody's on board with that idea, and there are conflicting opinions about a solution moving forward.
I think it should be first come, first serve. Most people have 2 spots in front of their house driveways, and especially this far off the beach, it should be first come, first serve.
The Ocean City Council will be deciding on whether or not they should make any changes in the Cane Woods community moving forward. There continues to be controversy in Rehoboth Beach, and now several people from the city have submitted a petition to the State Attorney General's office stating that the hiring of City Manager Taylor Tedder was a potential violation of the Freedom of Information Act. Homeowners in the city are concerned about the hefty salary given to Tedder. The complaint says the compensation is more than any other public official makes in the state. In addition to that, they say that the compensation package for Tedder was not decided in a public forum. Now, in response to that, CoastTV has learned that the city is saying, quote, it has respectfully requested that the Delaware Department of Justice issue a determination advising the city has not violated the Freedom of Information Act and dismiss the petition in full, unquote. We do have more on that story on CoastTVnews.com. Just 11 weeks after the devastating collapse of the Key Bridge, the Fort McHenry Federal Channel, it has been restored. According to the Key Bridge response team, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and U.S. Navy supervisor have worked on clearing wreckage since the collapse, which you can see that work here. The United Command has now verified the area as safe for transit surveying. That's going to continue to ensure future dredging operations are not affected. The channel will soon allow 2-way traffic, and the additional safety requirements that were created while the cleanup was underway, those are now going to be removed.
I'm Mallory Metzner. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. A child in Caroline County is being treated for non-life-threatening burns on his arms after this Ford Explorer caught fire. The Maryland State Fire Marshal is investigating. Kent County farmers can apply for assistance to offset seed, labor, and equipment costs when planting fall cover crops. DNREC says the annual sign-up period for the Kent Conservation District's cover crop cost share program is open through August 30th. Tattoos for the Zoo, a fundraiser at Atlantis Tattoo and Art Gallery later this month, goes back to the Salisbury Zoo Commission. And that's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Mallory Metzner.
If you live in Milford and if you want to appeal your property tax, make sure you listen up to this. Property owners who want to appeal the value of their property under the 2024-2025 general assessment must submit a completed and signed appeal application to the Customer Service Department by 4:30 p.m. on Monday, July 8th. Right now, you can take a look at the general assignment at Milford City Hall, or the general assessment. City officials are going to review the appeals on July 22nd. If you don't already know, Friday marks the 20th anniversary of World Blood Donor Day. The Blood Bank of Delmarva says World Donor Day comes at a critical time. Typically, the summer months are a bit tougher for blood collection. On top of that, the bank says that hospitals tend to see a spike in trauma cases during the summer, which can also put a strain on the blood supply. They say that the increased travel, busy summer schedules do make blood donation less of a priority in the summer. But if you're willing and if you're looking to donate, on June 14th, there will be blood drives at the BB Tunnel Cancer Center in Rehoboth Beach and also at Maspilian River Brewing in Milford. We're just getting going this evening. Still to come, parking ticket pileup. An abandoned car was finally hauled out of Dewey Beach today, and it's an issue that could lead to change down the line.
And here's a look at your Bay forecast. At 7 o'clock, 64 degrees in Cambridge, then about 11 degrees warmer, and we'll finally peak at about 79. In Crisfield, lots of sunshine by lunchtime, but the clouds creep back in by 5 o'clock. Your full forecast featuring 90-degree weather back in 60 seconds.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Welcome to Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford, where relaxation meets perfection. The Celtic Series, crafted in the USA, starts at just $4,300 and a perfect match for any budget. Enjoy endless family fun with the Artesian Series, tailored for unforgettable moments. Indulge in affordable luxury with our Stealth Hot Tubs for relaxation without breaking the bank. Plus, with every hot tub, our in-house service team ensures professional installation and full support. With one of the largest hot tub showrooms on Delmarva, why not visit Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford today?
Well, we're getting a chance to enjoy mainly clear skies for tonight and light winds. But see, that combination is going to set us up perfectly for a bit of radiational cooling. It's kind of like when the temperatures drop very rapidly because there's nothing keeping the warmth close to the earth. No winds, no cloud cover, no problem, right? Temperatures in the 60s already, actually. And we're going to drop and stay in the low 60s, and we'll end up eventually in the 50s. You see, today, we only warmed up to about 76 degrees in Georgetown, 75 in Ocean City, and 78 in Salisbury. Overall, we're just basically clear. I mean, we have a low pressure system that's just off of the coast, but it's so far away from us, it just doesn't have the tentacles to reach in and affect us at this point. It's just not strong enough. And even as we do this, and I've been monitoring something here too. Down here, by the way, here's where the low pressure system is located throughout portions of Georgia here, and we're keeping a close eye on what's happening way down here. I'm just showing you what I'm doing as a nerd some days. Down here throughout portions of the Gulf, they may see some developments that'll cross over to Florida that could cause some problems for us way down the road. Keep a close eye on that. Not quite a tropical system, but I'm watching it. Okay, back to our weather, okay? 10 degrees cooler now than we were 24 hours ago, 14 degrees cooler in Ocean City. Temps in the 60s across the board, but still clear. So let's say you're getting ready to go to the gym tomorrow morning because you know you meant to go Monday, but you missed Monday, and let's say Tuesday you were thinking about it, but Wednesday's going to be your first official start to your workout plan. Well, take a hoodie or a sweater because it's going to be kind of cool tomorrow morning, particularly if you're going to go before 8 o'clock, okay? Now, for Wednesday and Thursday, we're staying clear with temperatures in the 60s in the morning time. And then 6 o'clock in the morning, 58 in Rehoboth, 57 in Lewis, Milton, Long Neck, Selbyville, Ellendale. By the afternoon, we warm to the upper 70s, almost 80, a few clouds, and that little bit of green, just don't worry about that. It's going to be a sprinkle, and that's the best case scenario. By Thursday, we'll have the winds coming out of the south, and we will ride nicely into the mid-80s, and the heat index is going to feel like the 90s. Then when we go to Friday, we're going to pretty much hit the 90s. It's going to feel warmer than that. You see, in the 3-day beach forecast, you see how we go from 73 up to 78 for Friday in Assateague? That's just one instance. Then, for example, in Ocean City, we go up to 79 on Friday. We go to 86 in Fenwick Island. And then we go up to 85 in Lewis and 83 in Rehoboth Beach. So let's recap. Bottom line tonight, clearing out in 56 degrees, cool. Tomorrow, beautiful, brilliant sunshine with a steady warm-up. We'll roll in that direction. And by Thursday, we're continuing to roll. The humidity kicks in, 86, feeling like 90-ish. And finally, we're going to start hitting 90s without breaking a sweat, particularly by next Tuesday.
I think I might break a sweat there, Paul. Thank you. Hooked up and towed off, this dark SUV has been the talk of the town in Dewey Beach, going all the way back to Memorial Day. It had just been sitting on Dickinson Street collecting tickets. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner was there this morning as it was finally taken away, leaving a few more questions than answers.
Coastal Towing secures the tires on this SUV and takes it away. Coast TV got to Dickinson Street just in time to watch it get pulled backwards out of this parking spot next to Nalu Surf Bar.
It became more of a game with the staff to see how many tickets got put on each day.
19 parking tickets act as a sun visor covering the windshield.
Yeah, what a mess.
Dewey Beach Commissioner Paul Bauer says on some days the SUV collected 2 tickets a day. The first 5 cost $60 and the rest are $45 each, for a grand total close to $1,000.
So the first ticket, the 10-day period hit, and so there we go. So it was time for it to get out of here. I think we were more than lenient in trying to get the car removed. But towing should be a last-ditch option for us.
Dewey Beach police say they only get involved with a parking violation if the car is obstructing traffic or becomes a public safety hazard. In this case, the police department says that SUV was unregistered. Tom Clayton says it made Nalu's deliveries difficult.
We lost, a valuable parking spot for customers that would like to come to Nalu and have dinner for almost 2 weeks. And it really made it tough for our delivery drivers to drop off beer and stuff with bigger trucks. They couldn't make the turn in or the turn out, so they had to park on the street, which always caused the traffic back up.
The SUV has a Montana license plate, which has people asking, why did its driver leave it behind?
I've heard that this person lost their keys. So I feel bad, but if it was you or I think we would go to the police department and say, hey, I lost my keys, I'm parked over here. Notify us and just say, hey, I have to go get keys made.
The parking space is left just as empty as the unanswered questions. I'm Mallory Metzner in Dewey Beach, Coast TV News.
Bauer says the SUV could inspire future conversations about town parking violation policies, but it's a topic that has not yet been added to any agendas. We have some programming changes on Coast TV later this week to tell you about. We are Delmarva's home for the U.S. Open. Coverage starts on Friday at 1 p.m. Then at 7 p.m., tune in to Jeopardy, and at 7:30, it will be NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Still to come, value meal. Starbucks looking to offer cheaper prices for pairing things up, the latest trend of retailers courting deal seekers. And also celebrating Ocean View, how you can help the town party down for its birthday this year.
Life. Just when you think you've got it made, you've got another thing coming. To which we say, bring it on. Your heart needs a hand? We've got hands committed to saving hundreds of hearts each year. You're facing a storm? Hey, storm, is that all you got? Because we've got more. More ways to help, to provide hope, with a commitment to your health that runs deep.
With this open floor plan, I can really stretch my hamstrings. Feel the burn, Hammy. I could really go for a snack right now. No! Keep exploring. One small step for man, one giant roll for Hammy. So many bedrooms. Never skip leg day. With all this room to run, I feel like the belle of the ball. Hammy is on a roll. Summer body, here I come.
Kickstart your summer with Gateway Subaru, where they have more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Get ready for adventure with a 2024 Subaru Outback or Subaru Forester with financing as low as 0.9%. Need more space? Go big with the 2024 Subaru Ascent with financing as low as 2.9%. Electrify your journey in a new 2024 Subaru Solterra with financing as low as 0%. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
These feet are hustling for customers. Sometimes I'm on my feet for over 16 hours a day. They get real cracked, dry. It's not good. I depend on healthy feet.
It's America's #1 selling foot cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these feet, it'll work for yours.
Also available in O'Keefe's Working Hands.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today. This is Coast TV News at 11.
If you're looking for something to do tomorrow and enjoy live music, the town of Millville has you covered. Tomorrow night, the town will host a concert at Evans Park from 6 to 8. The Funsters will be taking the stage, and good news, it's free. Nothing better than that. There's food trucks to enjoy as well. The town just asks that you bring your own chair. A big celebration will be held this Saturday in Ocean View as the town turns 135 years old. The town throwing a party to celebrate from 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. at John West Park. The big day will kick off with a parade, and there will be live music, a rock wall, and other activities to enjoy throughout the celebration. Looking at the video there, doesn't look a day over 125. The business news, we've got a tale of two companies going in opposite directions. We start with Starbucks, just the latest chain to offer discounts for cash-strapped customers. This through a value menu offering. The company rolled out what it calls a pairings menu. For $5, customers can get a tall, iced, or hot coffee or tea paired with a croissant. For $1 more, they can swap out the croissant for any breakfast sandwich. The price might change for customizations, but this new value menu is the latest effort by Starbucks to turn around sales after a disappointing quarter. Wendy's, McDonald's, and other fast food chains have also rolled out new value deals to entice customers worried about soaring fast food prices. Meanwhile, In-N-Out Burger going a different route. The double-double with a fry and a drink is now going to cost people more than $10 in the state of California. A spokesperson told local media there that the price hikes are a direct result of a new state minimum wage that went from $16 an hour to $20 an hour. Coming up in sports, Delaware senior all-stars in lacrosse take the field for one last time in a battle that's all about bragging rights. And also nickel and diming you, your favorite streamers are raising rates against what they plan to charge as we head into the summer. And here's something to look forward this week. The Berlin bathtub races are happening this Friday. The friendly races feature locals, businesses competing and using their own designed racing bathtubs. I guess you have to build those. Coast Life will have a live pre-show at 4 p.m. on Delmarva Sports Network. Then watch the races live at 6 on the Delmarva Sports Network through your TV or the DSN app.
Here's a quick peek at your golf forecast. Bottom line here is that we are expecting a bit cool in the morning time for a tee time at 8 o'clock. But other than that, it's looking pretty excellent because the wind is not going to be an issue. So don't blame that hook on Mother Nature.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
The dog days of summer are discount days at Johnny Janosic. Save up to 50%, plus an extra 10% off everything. And 36-month special financing. Shop the dog days of summer clearance sale, going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Join us for the June 10 event going on right now at Preston Ford. When the tent goes up, the prices come down. We have a wide selection of over 900 Ford models available for immediate purchase. During this sales event, you can save over $8,000 off the MSRP of select 2024 Ford F-150s. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver it to your driveway today. Find your dream car during the June 10 event at Preston Ford. Remember, cars cost less in Preston.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Each-owned by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
R&L Liquors, your beach destination. Bourbon, spirits, fine wines, and expanded craft beer selection. Award-winning On the Rocks bottled, ready-to-drink cocktails are here.
Josephine Kier Rug and Home for over 36 years. Find unique carpets, fine art, home accessories, furniture, and a great source for design.
Sticky bun, 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 and sometimes a chicken salad sandwich. Lewis Bake Shop.
Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
The dog days of summer are discount days at Johnny Janosic. Save up to 50%, plus an extra 10% off everything. And 36-month special financing. Shop the dog days of summer clearance sale. Going on now at Johnny Janosic.
As streaming services like Apple Plus, Netflix, Spotify, Max, and more have raised their profile with new shows and new stars, they've also slowly been raising their subscription prices, and for some, it's just in time for summer. Karen Kafa takes a look at the price hikes consumers may have missed and how to cut back on some spending.
Escaping the summer heat to the air-conditioned comfort of a binge watch is getting more expensive.
If your original plan was, well, I'll save money, I'll get rid of cable, I'll have one or two streaming services. Now you need multiple streaming services, and you're more or less right back to what you were spending when you had cable, the other day.
Among streamers increasing prices this summer, NBC Universal's Peacock with higher prices for monthly and annual plans starting in July. Max, the streamer of Warner Brothers Discovery, CNN's parent company, will raise prices on its ad-free services by $10 to $20 annually starting in July. And Spotify will also boost costs for U.S. subscribers starting in July. The price hikes come as streaming media companies face their own increases in the cost of doing business as they expand content offerings to keep up with one another.
You have all these services all creating their own original programming, which is expensive to create. And in turn, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for those services.
Nicholas De Leon, senior tech reporter for Consumer Reports, says streamers will likely experiment with different offers like lower price tiers with ads to keep inflation-weary subscribers tuned in.
Expect to see more bundles, expect to see more promotions. If you buy this product, we'll throw in that service, that type of thing. So it's a little bit chaotic, but that makes it fun.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Upstate battling downstate in the Delaware Senior Lacrosse All-Star Game today. In the girls' game, jumping in quarter two, Team White out ahead 6-5, and that lead extended by Marley Brown. She threads one just inside the left post. Archmere attacker makes it 7-5. Final minutes of the first, 8-5 now, and Madison Hudek using the shovel shot to net it between the tender's legs. It's 8-6. Opening minute of the second, it's Brown looking for someone, and that person is her fellow Archmere teammate Bella Hughes. Gets the shot to go while bracing some contact, lead back to 3. Less than 5 to go in the third, and we haven't heard a name from Cape yet until now. Anna Sullivan burying one home. That brings Team Blue within one. Final 5 minutes, we're tied at 12. Blue has been down the entire game until Morgan Archivera from Brandywine blitzing the right side and buries it. Team Blue up by 1. Less than 90 ticks left. Team White looking for an equalizer, and you better call Qualls. That Tatnall midfielder knots it up at 13 right there. And then less than 30 seconds left in the game. Blue back on offense. Clock winding down. Ursuline's Claire Fowler putting on the spin cycle, the shot, and she buries it. Gives Team Blue the lead for good. What a way for these ladies to cap off their high school careers. Team Blue takes it 14-13. Afterwards, we spoke with Anna Sullivan on her excitement for this game.
It was really great, getting to meet everyone else play too. It was awesome. Yeah, really great end of the season. Everyone's really nice and it's really fun to play with everyone.
That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
In health news, well, this is an interesting update. Switching to a plant-based diet has been touted as a way to live a longer life, reduce your risk of chronic diseases, but the kind of plant-based foods that you're putting on your plate could be undermining your efforts. Ultra-processed plant-based foods have now been linked to heart disease and early death. Some examples, things like mac and cheese, veggie pizza, or even French fries from your favorite fast food stop. It's been found that plant-based junk foods dramatically raised bad cholesterol and high blood pressure. Switching to a plant-based diet could still be a great thing for your health, but experts stress it is important to choose fresh, minimally processed options. We'll be right back.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the cover crop cost share program because every acre counts.
Windsor Teak of Falmouth Island offers over 100 different teak tables, over 24 different extension tables featuring self-storing leaves. They come in 2 different heights, dining and counter, plus 2 different widths and 2 different shapes, oval and rectangular. Extension tables start at 66 inches long and go up to 138 inches long and can seat from 6 to 16 people. Plus, over 36 different folding tables. Our drop leaf folding tables can be used with 1 or 2 leaves up. When both leaves are folded down, you can store the tables into 7 inches of space. The drop leaf tables come in 3 different heights, dining, counter, and bar, and come in 4 different shapes, oval, round, rectangular, and square. Don't forget to check out the non-folding tables, coffee and side tables, and buffet tables. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak, or visit our website at windsorteakfurniture.com, and remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, in disaster's wake, there's only one call to make: Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
With less than a month to go, Major League Eating announces the legend Joey Chestnut not going to compete in the 2024 Nathan's Famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. The famed competitive eater has been removed from this year's contest over a reported contract with the company's Impossible Foods that makes plant-based hot dogs. MLE says they would love nothing more than to have Chestnut at this year's contest, and they hope he will return when he's no longer representing a rival brand. Chestnut is a 16-time winner of the Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest.
I believe that makes him the GOAT of glut. Close enough. All right, our Spicer Brothers camera in Salisbury, we're at 64 degrees. We'll drop to 59 by late tonight. Our umbrella giveaway winner is Rick Busk of Rehoboth. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Ocean City is sponsoring our 5-day UV index. And you know what? It's going to be a straight 9 across the board, very high. You will need your sunblock as we continue to enjoy mainly clear skies for right now. Remember, our forecast is just a phone call away, sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Broadstedt, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your 10-day forecast.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download that Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we're going to see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.